Sierra Leone was created as a British colony for slaves returning from North America and the Caribbean. In terms of Human Development Index, Sierra Leone ranks 181 out of 188 countries. Sierra Leone is a small country on the western coast of Africa and is bordered by Guinea and Liberia. It is a tropical climate zone and is broken up into 14 provinces. It ranks 110th in the world in population size and is comprised of 7 ethnic groups. The official language is English. 60% of the population is under 25 years old, and the life expectancy is 58 years. They obtained independence in 1961, and the current president is Ernest Bai Koroma, who has been in power since 2007. As of 2016, the GDP per capita in Sierra Leone was $10.6 billion. Economically, the country is still recovering from their civil war and the effects of the Ebola outbreak in 2014. Literacy rates among people older than 15 is only 44%, and primary school dropout rate is 52%.
The mission statement for our organization is, Teach for Sierra Leone aims to provide English education to children from ages pre-K to first grade. Teach for Sierra Leone will provide free education for 2 to 4 hours a week, teaching children how to read and write English in order to improve the current quality of education in the country. Teach for Sierra Leone therefore strives to educate the youngest population in Sierra Leone in order to improve overall development of this developing nation.
The possible risks for our project Teach for Sierra Leone can be generalized into 3 categories: general crimes, transportation-related issues, and health issues. Sierra Leone's gross national index per capita is less than $1 per day, which explains the high poverty rate, and that constitutes a continuous problem of crimes, including robbery, home invasion, assault, and petty street crimes. The most common ones are pickpocketing and thefts. They usually happen in hotel rooms and on local roadways. The poor road condition in Sierra Leone creates traffic congestion, thus providing opportunities for robbers. Therefore, it is suggested that keep your doors locked and windows rolled up when inside a vehicle. Also, foreigners are the primary targets of crime due to their perceived wealth. The second possible risk is related to transportation safety. The roadways in Sierra Leone are poorly maintained. The lack of lighting, signage, sidewalks, and guardrails all contribute to the hazards of driving. In addition to that, local motorists do not adhere to any of roadway laws or safety rules. The poor medical condition in Sierra Leone also imposes a possible risk on our group members. According to World Factbook, the degree of risk for major infectious diseases is very high. For example, based on Human Development Reports from 2015, the number of deaths due to malaria is 108.7 per 100,000 people. Therefore, vaccination is necessary to prevent diseases such as yellow fever and malaria.
After much research and deliberation, our project group finally determined how we were going to spend our $1 billion budget. We do not plan on spending all of this money in 1 year. Instead, we plan to spread out the funds over multiple years. We have created 2 different pie charts. The first pie chart shows the initial cost of starting a school in Sierra Leone, whereas the second one shows the cost of maintaining the school we built in Sierra Leone. We plan on spending money on supplies, which include books, writing utensils, uniforms, and initially we would need to purchase tables, chairs, desks, chalkboards, and lights, and other furniture. Facilities will cost more initially because we might have to end up building the school ourselves if there is no available facilities. The cost for teachers and staff will remain the same from year to year, but if we end up needing more teachers, then we will adjust our budget accordingly. Lastly, we want to provide a meal for all of our students. Some students do not have food waiting for them at home, so we would like them to come into school and have a meal while also getting an education.
So villages in West Africa within Sierra Leone, like Leone, will rely on Teach Sierra Leone to educate their children about the English language and in the hope that this will be useful to them later on in life. And our budget already allocates enough money to make the program feasible and accounts for things like books, uniforms, lunches, transportation, and safety. So for the rationale and pertinence of our program, the spread of infectious disease being so rampant in Africa and the large number of youths rapidly increasing every year, the need for education in the country's children is essential to changing the state of the country as a whole. Our rationale for Teach Sierra Leone is to target the largest portion of the population in terms of age and hope that providing adequate language education early on, these children will continue to receive education with a greater success than that of the previous generation. So with a 70.2% of the population living below the poverty line, according to the World Factbook, and a 77.1% youth dependency ratio, the pertinence of increased education programs in Sierra Leone is extremely high. The official language of Sierra Leone is English, so our rationale with Teach Sierra Leone is to give children more adequate education early on so that these chances of escaping poverty are greater. Furthermore, based on the factors from the World Bank, Teach for Sierra Leone would be beneficial for both males and female youths, as well as help to close the gap between them in terms of literacy.